Okay, class, we'll be finishing up section 8.1 through 8.2, and we're on part 2 here, constructing frequency distributions. A frequency distribution is a table that shows classes or intervals of data entries with the count of the number of entries in each class. The frequency of a class is the number of data entries in the class. Example, construct a frequency distribution that has 8 classes with the data below. Now, since we have the amount of classes we are using, we must find the width of the class by finding the range divided by the classes. If the number is not exact, use the next highest whole number. So now we have the range. We have the highest number minus the lowest number. The highest number in this set of data is 58. The lowest number is 23. 58 minus 23 is 35. Now we will apply this down here with the width. So we have the width, which is the range over the classes. So it'll be the highest number, which is 58, minus the lowest number, which is 23, which will give us 35 over 8, which equals 4.375, which would give us 5. So the width of our classes would be 5. Note, with the width of the classes, we are not rounding, but going up to the next highest whole number. So even if this was 4.01, our width still would be 5. Now what we have to do is develop our classes. Remember, our width is 5. Now, we always start off with the lowest number, which is 23. So 23 to 27. Now you can't count because if you look here, we had 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Remember, the width of our class is 5. So from 23 to 27, that is 5 digits. So now our next class is 28 to 32. Next class is 33 through 37. Our next class is 38. Then you could say 39, 40, 41, 42. And then our next class is 43 to 47. Next class is 48 to 52. Next class is 53 to 57. And our next class is 58. We have 59, 60, 61, 62. Now let's count how many classes we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have our 8 classes. Now, what we have to do is we have to find the frequency. What the frequency is basically asking you is, how many times does numbers in this range appear? Now let's take a look here, 23 to 27. So what we're going to do, we're going to cross out when we get to the number. 23, that's 1. 25, that's 2. 27 is 3. 26 is 4. 24 is 5. So that's it. So actually this number here was incorrect. It should be 5. So from 23 to 27, you have 5 numbers, or if it appears 5 times. Now we go here to 28 to 32. Now I'm going to use something different. I'm going to circle this. Just all the numbers that's in between 28 to 32. Okay, so we have 5. Now we have 33 through 37. Now with 33 through 37, I'll just put a little dash by it. Okay, this takes care of 33 through 37, which is 4. Now 38 to 42. Now we look here, 38 to 42. Now I'll circle this, 42, 41, and 40. And that's it. That's 3. Now our next group of numbers is 43 through 47. Now if you notice here, all of the numbers up here have been used. So we don't need to look at those anymore. Now we have 43 to 47, which is 45, 47, 44, and 43. So it's 4 of them. Now our next group is 48 through 52. So 48 to 52 will cover these numbers here, which is 3. Now we have 53 to 57, which will cover these 3 numbers here. And as you saw, 58, we only have one number, 58 to 62 range, which we could go up here. Now, we add these up. 5 and 5 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus 3 is 17, plus 4 is 21, plus 3 is 24, plus 3 is 27, plus 1 is 28. So that should give us 28. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4 down. That's 28 numbers. So our frequencies are correct. Now, in addition to the data in the chart above, we can also include relative frequency, which illustrates the portion of, or percent of the data that each class represents. This data is written as a decimal and it's rounded to 2 decimal places. So now, we would take our class frequency divided by the sample size. Now, we need to rewrite our classes again. Now, our classes, we know this was 23 to 27. And remember, it was an error. It's supposed to be 5 instead of 4. So this should actually be 5 over 28. And this has to be taken out. So we would take 5 over 28, which you would put in your calculator. So we would take 5 divided by 28. And when we round this, this would give us approximately 0.18. Now, we're going to do a lot of back and forth if I keep going up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the liberty to fill in all of the rest of these items that have been left off. Okay, class. I took the opportunity to fill in all of these missing spots here, which you could fill in right now. Okay, so now we want to continue with our relative frequency. Remember, all of our frequency is 28. So what we would do is we would take the amount of the class frequency divided by the total amount of numbers that we have. So this will also be 5 over 28, which is equal to 0.18. Now this right here will give us 4 over 28, which is the same thing as 1/7, which if we put in our calculator, 1 divided by 7 gives us about 14, 0.14. And then we have 3 over 28, which gives us about 11, or 0.11. Then we already know what 4 over 28, which is 1/7, which is about 0.14. Then we have 3 over 28, which we already have, which is about 0.11. 3 over 28 again, which is about 0.11. And then we have 1 over 28, which gives us about 0.04. Now, when we add up all of these relative frequencies, it should equal to the whole number 1. Okay, now when you add all of these numbers up, it actually gives you 1.01, which is approximately 1. So we will approximate this to 1, because since these are all rounded, we know that it's a little higher than what it normally would be. So it's approximately 1. Now, when the relative frequency is added up, it should equal 1. Now it's just slightly off at 1.01, but it should equal to 1 or a very close approximation. Now, we will construct a frequency polygon line graph, a frequency histogram, and a relative frequency histogram of the data from page 201. So, okay, class, as you can see, I took the time to construct this graph here. And as you see here, I have plotted the points. First, I put the classes down according to their class width. And then I had also put the frequencies here down the side. So now I plotted the points here, and we're going to do a line graph. So we will connect these points. And this is a sample of the line graph. Now again, you must put down your classes according to their width and plot their frequencies and then connect them, and this is your line graph. Okay, class, on the line graph there was a slight little error. When we got to class 53 to 57, it should be 3. So I need you to go back and change this. So it should be 5, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 3, and then 1. The 53 to 57 should not be 2. So I need you to go back and erase and change that. Now our next graph, using the same information, we're going to construct a histogram. Now, we still have our class intervals or our classes here with our class widths. And what we have to do is construct a histogram. So from 0 to this 23 through 27, we know this is a frequency of 5, and so on. And what I did was I color coded it so you could easily see from the different classes. So this is how you construct a histogram. So 23 to 27 we know is 5, so we'll put this block here. So 28 to 32 we will have this block here, and so on. So this is how you construct a histogram using that same class data. Now for this last histogram using relative frequency along with your classes, I want you to try that and bring it to class, and we can discuss it if you have any questions. And this is it.